on who they want to keep warm.
But for the tragedy, the indie bloc was actually quoting Vijay actively. So that's getting interesting down there in Tamil Nadu, and we keep track after the short break.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
मेरी गाड़ी ठोकेगा?
पर गलती तो आपकी है।
मेरी गलती? तू जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है?
ये देखो, पापा और गलती दोनों याद आ जाएंगे। अब देखा किसने सिग्नल तोड़ा?
Cubo dash cams. Get smart, get Cubo.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
ये बड़ी गाड़ी वाले ऐसे ही रैश चलाते हैं।
अरे चुप, तुमने तो गाड़ी वालों को ही विलन बना दिया।
ये देखो,
Cubo dash cams. Get smart, get Cubo.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
मेरी गाड़ी ठोकेगा?
पर गलती तो आपकी है।
मेरी गलती? तू जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है?
ये देखो, पापा और गलती दोनों याद आ जाएंगे। अब देखा किसने सिग्नल तोड़ा?
Cubo dash cams. Get smart, get Cubo.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
ये बड़ी गाड़ी वाले ऐसे ही रैश चलाते हैं।
अरे चुप, तुमने तो गाड़ी वालों को ही विलन बना दिया।
ये देखो,
Cubo dash cams. Get smart, get Cubo.
कल यानी नवरात्रि के प्रथम दिवस 22 सितंबर को सूर्योदय के साथ ही नेक्स्ट जनरेशन जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स लागू हो जाएंगे। एक तरह से कल से देश में जीएसटी बचत उत्सव शुरू होने जा रहा है। इस जीएसटी बचत उत्सव में आपकी बचत बढ़ेगी और आप अपनी पसंद की चीजों को और ज्यादा आसानी से खरीद पाएंगे। नए स्वरूप में मुख्य रूप से अब सिर्फ 5% और 18% के ही टैक्स स्लैब रहेंगे। इसका मतलब है रोजमर्रा के इस्तेमाल की ज्यादातर चीजें
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for the debate.
back. You're watching The Debate with Abhishek and me. We're filling in for Arnab Goswami, who will be back on the show tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the stampede in Karur, Tamil Nadu, and the incident which left 41 people dead. Now, every single day, there are more theories coming up, more conspiracies, more videos, more claims. But what is getting increasingly clear, Abhishek, is that before elections, not convinced with the kind of stands that political parties are taking, it's turning out to be a full-fledged drama that's playing out. That's at least my opinion. Wanted to get your view on that before we show the story.
It's a trench war, a political dogfight going on in Tamil Nadu. Remember, we were discussing, Niranjan, that just before this stampede, Vijay was being quoted by all sides.
Yes.
Including Indi and NDA, to be honest. And now, of course, it's a kind of dogfight where everyone is after everyone. But whether this mishap, this unfortunate tragedy, panned out because of poor management and administration and governance, or was there a conspiracy, is tonight's conversation. Let's look at the facts and details.
Tamil Nadu administration has pinned the blame of the Karur Stampede on Vijay's cavalcade. They said that the entourage was too big for the space. Countering DMK, Vijay broke his silence and dared Stalin to attack him, but not his people.
அது மட்டும் இல்லை, சோஷியல் மீடியாவை சேர்ந்த நண்பர்கள், தோழர்கள், அவங்க மேலே எஃப்ஐஆர்லாம் போட்டு இப்போ பிடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. சிஎம் சார், உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது இந்த பழி வாங்கணும் அப்படின்ற எண்ணம் ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சுன்னா என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணுங்க. அவங்க மேலே கை வைக்காதீங்க. நான் ஒன்று வீட்டில் இருப்பேன், இல்லை நான் ஆஃபீஸில் இருப்பேன். என்ன வேணாலும் செய்யுங்க. நண்பர்களே, தோழர்களே, நம்மளோட அரசியல் பயணம் இன்னும் ஸ்ட்ராங்காக, இன்னும் தைரியத்தோட கண்டினியூ ஆகும்.
Vijay's party members are in judicial custody, while a top 8 party general secretary has been booked for calling Gen Z revolution.
DMK is taking continuous action against people who's alleging and misspreading the rumors on social media. Especially, already 4 arrests have been made. One especially of a YouTuber, a journalist named Felix, who said that there is a conspiracy behind this and the DMK is behind the stampede, and the political blame game continues constantly. And now Arnab Goswami of the TVK, who actually posted a tweet today early in the morning and later deleted it, where he said Nepal-like situation of Gen Z protest will be happening in Karur in Tamil Nadu because of what the DMK is doing, especially denoting the arrests that have been made based on the social media posts.
Meanwhile, NDA's 8-member delegation met the victims, and the details are shocking to say the least. A woman claimed that knives were used to stab people.
पहले से बराबर सोच के देना चाहिए था। जगह तो वो उन लोगों ने बड़ा जगह मांगा था, विजय ने वो नहीं दिया, इन्होंने छोटा जगह दी थी। अगर छोटा जगह दिया तो विजय could have refused so that the people would have saved their life. अब ये भी नहीं हुआ, वो भी नहीं हुआ.
I think both are at fault, the organizers as well as the DMK ruling party. DMK and the TVK should be held accountable. There should be a free and fair probe by the sitting Supreme Court judge so that truth should come out. Guilty must be punished at the earliest.
Broken and shattered, families seek answers. They seek justice.
The first conspiracy that is blamed by the TVK, the allegation that is kept by the TVK, is that the DMK on purpose chose a narrow road for them, and by giving them the permission to run it in a narrow road. The second point that the TVK claims is that while the police was said to be deployed for about 500, only 100 were all the PC staffs that were supposed to control the crowd. which was the law and order. The rest all belong to the bomb squad, the search squad, and the other formalities that are being done by the police. And the third conspiracy that they also keep is that Minister Sendil Balaji has a hand in this. The claim that comes is very questionable here as such, because the lights went out right at the time when Vijay had come here.
Was it really just a stampede or a well-plotted tragedy?
Starting with some breaking news on top of the debate before we go across to our panelists. Under construction building in Ennore thermal plant has collapsed. 9 workers have died, 15 workers injured. Post-mortem in Stanley Hospital in Chennai. 30 feared stuck. Another tragedy in Tamil Nadu within 3 to 4 days. But we're hearing this was at the North Chennai thermal power station construction site. We have Sharda joining us live with the details. Sharda.
This Ennore thermal power plant is located in the north of Chennai, a few kilometers away from the main city. Construction was underway. It was a structure which was built outside Ennore thermal power plant. It was not a building, it's just an arch, a structure that was being built. We are gathering information from our sources that the temporary pulley lift that was constructed to take the load of cement and other materials that are required for the construction was broken, and that led to the entire arch to be broken into pieces, and all the migrant workers that were working there appear to be trapped under the rubbles of the construction site, and almost 30 people were said to be working on that construction site, and 15 are injured and admitted in the Government Stanley Medical College Hospital, and also 9 are dead, and the post-mortem report will soon be out, and the doctors have confirmed that 9 are dead, and also the health secretary is at the moment in the Stanley Hospital taking access of the situation to make sure that the situation is under control. And also, most important thing is all our migrant workers from Bihar. So it is going to take time for the state government to find the families of these people and hand over the bodies. And also, we have to verify whether the person who is a migrant worker has a proper ID or not. What we have confirmed is that all these migrant workers are from Bihar.
Okay, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Let's go straight to the story now. And as we go back, thank you for that. That's the live update that we had. That's a picture that reportedly was circulated earlier. We have videos as well of the arch structure collapsing there in Tamil Nadu. 9 have died. Okay. These are more details coming in. Preliminary reports showing that 9 lives have been lost, over 30 seriously hurt or still missing. Victims were taken to the Stanley Government Hospital in North Chennai. Exact cause of the collapse of that arch not known yet. Rescue operations continue to be ongoing. Reportedly happened towards the evening, and this is what we are now going to focus on. We'll get you some more live updates. Okay, let's start with the story that we are debating on top of 9 p.m. Vijay's party under scanner. Okay, let me introduce Madhuvanti Kovai Satyan, Jagadishwaran, Harish Muhammad Ibrahim, America Narayanan, and Rajshekaran joining us. I first want to go across, however, to KG Arunraj. KG Arunraj is from the TVK. He's the General Secretary of TVK. So I wanted to ask him a few questions before we open up the debate. Yeah, Arun, can you hear us?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Arun, what is this thing about the truth coming out soon? What is the truth that Vijay is referring to? What is this truth? Please tell us.
See, we have certain facts, certain points or eyewitnesses. What we want is that a fair probe, only a fair probe, an independent probe, which will bring out the truth. Coming to this particular thing, the state government, that least which is expected is that, leave alone suspending this SP and collector, they are not even transferred. So we are totally have no belief in the state apparatus, and this is why we have asked for a court monitored probe, and only that will bring out the truth.
Okay. There are videos that the police put out today. Have you seen those videos? The videos that the police put out?
Yes. See, I'm really puzzled when the state government has, in fact, appointed a one-person commission. I don't feel any necessity for the state administration to come up with this, before the public to give all these videos and explanations. They could have very well given all this information which they have, which and the evidences which they are allegedly saying to that one-person commission. The very fact that they have come before this public itself points to a suspicion.
No, but you've blamed Stalin for the stampede. What role does Stalin have to do with the stampede? It was your party, your rally. You asked for the permission, and today there are some allegations or conspiracy theories about people. Some people talking about knives. Some people, giving different stories about what happened. Who's planting these stories?
See, these knives and all which you referred was not, were in fact told by that victims' family members on the side. People who were present at the meeting. It was not being told by TVK.
The knife one.
Which you mentioned. This people who are present there, they are only saying this. So, people there, Karur people, they are feeling that there is something which happened differently than that other 5 meetings which had taken place earlier. So let's see. We are waiting for this court hearing. We want only that independent probe will bring out all these facts.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Arun, I have a question. You are well within your right to dispute and question the motivation of the government and the fact that they came out with a big press conference with the videos. But are you disputing the videos? For example, this talk about somebody from the TVK actually asking for a power cut so that a halo could be created around your leader with that bus and those LED lights there. Obviously, those are some contributing factors about which TVK has to respond to and be held accountable to.
Sorry, sir. This is absolutely incorrect. In fact, we were working for a backup when this power went off. The speakers, this first plan was to have this audio out by the speakers. When this power went off, we had to, struggle to find out an alternative mechanism to get this speakers on the bus working. So that that allegation is totally baseless and it's not a fact.
Okay.
Okay, and the fact and do you dispute the videos and the chronology with which the videos were brought in by the government today?
Yeah, let's see. I'm not here to speculate now, but let's see. We will give all our facts which we want to say before this probe agency once this court clears.
No, but why hasn't Vijay gone and met the victims' families? Why did he leave Trichy in such a hurry? Why did he just move away?
Sir, please kindly understand this situation which prevailed at those circumstances. It was high tense moments. This news reached us when the leader was in transit. And initial reaction was total disbelief, and slowly this news got confirmed and the death toll was mounting.
I'm just correcting. Was he in transit?
Immediate response of the leader.
Was he in transit?
Immediate reaction was of every leader and everyone present there was to rush back to the hospital. But we didn't get any proper response from the district administration. Two, even our party cadres, they said that the situation was not right and any situation may turn out of control. And we didn't want another chaotic situation there. That was the only reason why our leader had to, with heavy heart, he had flown back.
No, was it? You said he was in transit. Was he actually in transit, or did he have to cut short the event, the speech? He was not in transit.
No, this information reached us only we were in transit when we are traveling to that airport.
No, so that then you are actually confirming the government version that you were told beforehand that the situation is not good, don't go there, and you still went there. Your leader still went there.
Pardon me, I didn't get you.
I'm saying when you say that you got this information when you were in transit, you are actually confirming the government version, which is that your leader Vijay was told before he reached the venue that the situation is bad, the crowd is...
He's in transit after the incident. He was in transit to the...
After this incident, after this
Okay,
meeting...
after this incident. But the government says that you were asked, your leader was asked not to go to the venue because the crowd was unmanageable or the crowd was larger than the capacity carrying capacity of the area, and still you went.
About it. In fact, they were clearing this pathway to this, leading up to this exact spot where this leader addressed.
Okay.
All right.
The few policemen, some 15 to 20 policemen who were there, in fact, they were guiding us to this path, that exact spot.
Arunraj, there is a feeling that, and I'll end with this question, there is a feeling that political parties have been in touch with you, keeping their political calculations open. Are you talking to any political party?
No, sir, this is not time for all this political, this things, alliances and all. We are truly,
BJP seems to be a little compassionate.
This is a moment of mourning for us, and we are speaking for these people and these political parties. They are voicing their own opinions, which they got this based on this feedback they have got from their party cadres on the field.
When is this truth coming out? When is this truth coming out, which Vijay spoke about?
I mean, we are sincerely hope that our High Court will accept our plea for an court-monitored probe.
Okay, and you know, in your affidavit that is filed in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, Mr. Arun, you have suggested that there was conspiracy and that some elements within the DMK, you know, conspired or planned things in a manner that this happened. Do you have any evidence to back it?
Sir, whatever we want to say, we will put forth this information before this agency which is going to probe it. And I don't think this is a platform to put out all these things. Let's see.
So, okay. Had you given some evidence, you would have come out a little more confident than you are as of now.
Yeah. See, in our High Court plea, we have attached all this information which we have. When further evidences are, further informations, new set of informations are coming, eyewitnesses accounts are coming, we will all back all this thing before this agency which will be ultimately probing this incident.
All right. Okay. Thank you for joining us on the debate. That's Arun Raj, TVK General Secretary. Madhuvanti, Kovai Satyan, Jagdishwaran, Arun Raj, Harish Mohammed, America Narayanan, Rajshekaran. Rajshekaran, do you take it at face value what Vijay's party said? Do you take him at face value what he said today?
I strongly condemn the manner that Arun Raj, that the ex-ED officer who resigned and joined Vijay, who incidentally he raided Vijay and later on he joined the party. That is his prerogative and wish. I don't want to insinuate and no innuendos for that. Fact of the matter is, unapologetic, no accountability, nobody has taken the responsibility. Vijay has the audacity to come out and put up a video talking that if you want to take revenge, you take revenge. What is this 41 precious lives, Niranjan and Abhishek? Nobody has taken the responsibility. The onus is on Vijay and his team. They should have first apologized for their 41 lives and they should have taken the responsibility. It is their cadres, their followers. Each and every person came to meet Vijay, not meet anybody else. That should be the mindset. That should be the attitude. That should be the way you take it forward. You have your political blame game later on, but not like this. You are showing your arrogance in a subtle, naive manner, and you are just putting up a 4-minute video saying that don't take revenge on my cadres. If you want, you dare. I mean, it's ridiculous and bizarre to watch a video of this sort at this juncture. See, I'm no person to defend DMK government, but the government of the day is doing its job. Whatever maximum could be done, they are doing, and simply putting the blame and calling political pot shots and blame game and trying to score brownie points. All this stuff, this is uncalled for. I mean, Vijay, the way he is being guided or advised by his advisors, sounds really unacceptable to anybody. 41 lives have gone. Who has given a statement? Who has taken the responsibility? Who is responsible? They came and they died in the rally and they went off. The body went off to the mortuary and the postmortem was done and they buried. What is this? Who is answerable for that? Who is going to take the responsibility? Who is going to be held accountable for that?
Rajshekaran, but I have to tell you.
First of all, understand, Abhishek, I'll tell you one thing. I am not against Vijay. because I am one of the founder member of Kamal Hassan's party. I know the mindset of these actors. I know the mindset of these heroes, how they behave. See, the person who spoke just now before me, that resigned officer, says we were in transit. What, you are God? Huh? You are God. We are in a social media era. Every minute it is a live telecast. Every minute, every second, you get all the information. You have the audacity to run away, take a private jet, land in Chennai, and you after 72, four days, or the third day, fourth day, you come out with a different mechanism. You come out with excuses. You say you go to the court. You have filed a petition. What court is your place where you can play politics? You cannot use the court for politics. You cannot hoodwink the court. Courts are above all this. Your political blame game, political brownie points will not work in the court. Today, a local court, the magistrate, the judges question Vijay's party. Being so, see, I'm saying, I'm reiterating again, who's going to take responsibility for the 41 lives? Who is to be out to be blamed? That is the moot question. Everybody is talking about everything else other than this 41 precious lives and people who are still under treatment in the hospital.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to question that. Nobody wants to speak about that. And you're doing politics at the death of 41 innocent people. What is this? I'm blaming every political party.
Rajshekaran, 1 minute. Rajshekaran, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you two examples, okay? Karnataka, there was a stampede. I'm giving you an example, okay? And this question is to BJP and AIDMK. Karnataka, there was a stampede. Event was organized by Karnataka government. Police was on the ground. Okay? Tamil Nadu. Event was organized by TVK. There was police on the ground. Stampede happened. Similar, right? In Karnataka, the BJP went after the Congress government, asked for the Congress chief minister's resignation, asked for the Congress deputy chief minister's resignation. And the cops were, made the scapegoat. They questioned that. Fine. In Tamil Nadu, TVK is the organizer. But the BJP and the AIDMK are going all out questioning DMK, which they should, partly. Now you look at the difference in approach here, Madhuvanti. Now, no matter what you say, today there are theories about some knife. Okay, see, anything may have happened. Something triggered the stampede. We are not saying no. But what we are debating today is whether you, the BJP, the AIDMK, together the NDA, are keeping your political calculations above seeking accountability for the 41 lives. Simple question. Are you keeping political calculations on? Are you thinking about that, keeping Vijay warm even now? Because, the entire right wing is saying, thank you, Annamalai ji, for speaking for Vijay and speaking of the truth. Thank you, this one, thank you, that one, thank you, EPS. Like full crazy videos out there saying, you're our hero for speaking up for Vijay. There's madness, nobody's talking about the 41 people. Madhuvanti, have I factually made any mistake in what I have said? Can you counter me on facts on what I have said? You're 80% going after DMK, 20% going after organizer TVK. Karnataka, you went 100%.
As far as I'm concerned, I've even said this in my video yesterday. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm not going to speak for Annamalai or anybody else, as far as I'm concerned, I think the DMK and the TVK are equally responsible. And I think the 8-member MP delegation that came today, Mr. Anurag Thakur, was extremely clear in saying both Vijay and the DMK are equally responsible for what has happened in Karur. Vijay says there is a conspiracy. DMK says Vijay shouldn't have run. This is a blame game that's going on between the two of them. Nobody is bothered about the 41 lives that have gone. For the simple reason that those 41 people did nothing wrong other than coming and wanting to see a star. So the blame game is continuing. But I don't see any political keeping Vijay warm here, because it's very clear that Vijay is not going to join the NDA. I don't understand why this question keeps coming time and again about Vijay joining the NDA when he starts attacking the NDA the minute he takes his mic.
Okay.
Even before he talks about the DMK, he wants to talk about fascist Bajaka. So I don't understand what this whole theory is about Vijay joining the NDA. If at all there's somebody who's going completely silent on Vijay, it's the Congress.
Okay.
And Vijay has gone completely silent on the Congress.
Okay.
So why is
Madhuvanti,
nobody talking about that?
You have effectively dropped him like a hot potato. But America, Mr. Narayan, you know, the fact is, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, where was he, Niranjan?
Colombia.
From Bogota, called Vijay, and of course he called the Chief Minister Stalin also. So obviously, while Madhuvanti is dropping Vijay like a hot potato, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is keeping the line hot.
First thing, in Karnataka incident, as far as I know, you have made a factual mistake. I understand that the Karnataka Cricket Association is which organizes the function. Of course, the government is also responsible in terms of providing police. But let's come to the facts here. I think it is, I don't know where's the time for blame game. We all need to say Om Shanti to all the 40 plus lives that has gone and people in the hospital. But today, if you really, we need to learn a lesson. We need to learn a lesson from all of us. Now, it has been consistently happening, whether it is at the political rally today, or unfortunately at Magamagam, or at cricket stadium, or at temples. We don't seem to learn. The ultimate responsibility, I think, is every individual and their family needs to know that we need to be careful when you're going to a crowded place, and we also need to teach the responsibility, the people, the carers, and the fans, and the bhaktas when they go to the temple. Number one. The second responsibility lies, and I think you, TV, has a major responsibility in teaching and telling the public, please, please, take care of your thing when you go to a major thing. These things can happen. Number two is the major responsibility is with the government, whether it is Karnataka government, because the police are ultimately not only when they say bandobast, it is not bandobast for the center, whether it is a political leader or an actor or anybody, but to the people also. I think in this case, that I wouldn't call it as a gross negligence. There has been a negligence in planning. It is not the first time Vijay is going out there seeing the crowd. They should have foreseen the crowd, both the organizers and the thing. Vijay is being blamed for getting out of the place fast and furious. But I think he made the right decision not going there immediately, because that will cause another stampede, even at the cost of taking the blame. I think he has walked out, and he probably is not giving the answer, but I'm sure he should have thought through that going to the hospital at that time is only aggravating the situation. He should have sent his people. I hope he has. I don't have all the facts. 4, as far as Rahul Gandhi talking to both the people, we care. We care. We are not talking about, if you had to play politics today, we would have, like everybody else, will be putting the blame. As of this moment, we are not putting the blame either on TVK or on the DMK. But I think the police administration there has clearly failed. Now, there are conspiracy theories. And, any time, even from Rajiv Gandhi's death, I remember there has been conspiracy theories that have not been proved, but they're still there, out there. So there will continue to be conspiracy theory. I do agree. I think it will be in the interest of the DMK administration to have the inquiry done under the court, overseeing the thing, because no matter what you do, you never win. With the court, if you ask, Vijay has asked, where to oversee this, at least the blame game will be less. So right from the political point of view, public standpoint of view, I agree on the request of Vijay parties to go here and have the inquiry commission under the court's thing. It's a one-man commission. We know how these commissions work. So I don't want to play political games here. No, I don't think Congress does either. We are worried about the people. We have responsibility to the people. And we need to learn from this and you, the media, has a major role to play in educating the people over time. And I think I have that responsibility too. And I want to talk responsibly.
Spoken like a true congressman there, just threw the police under the bus. Great. In Tamil Nadu, by the way, there are ministers on record. In Karnataka, there are sound bites of ministers on record saying, please go to KCA, please go to KCA when people died, when fans died. I don't think he's aware of the facts of Karnataka, but that's not the point. I'm going to Kovai Satyan now.
Because you seem to always play political game. That's
no. You threw police under the bus. It's okay.
To score against Congress, go ahead and do it.
No, it's okay. It's an observation.
By the way, it's a police with their ally.
Exactly. Yeah. So Kovai, is there a sense that your party is being very sympathetic to Vijay? I mean, there is a sense. Is there a sense? There is a sense that your party is being sympathetic to Vijay. Now, of course, DMK is your primary opponent, but are you being careful in your response?
Good evening. I appreciate you coming to the principal opposition after 30 minutes of starting your debate. Not the least, we are not political scavengers like DMK to prey upon a common man's lives. It is our leader who visited the place the next day morning, and because of his statement, the truth started coming out one by one. His statement is, it is the police force, it is the government machinery that had failed to act in time. When repeatedly people questioned about what is his opinion about the act of Vijay, he refused to comment. He doesn't want to make any personal comments. But after which, it is the DMK ecosystem which started blaming TVK to hide all their incompetence that led to this emergency. And the aftermath of emergency, the way they acted, we waited. They hurriedly announced a one-woman commission, and today it is ultra-virus. You know why it is? The GO is still not come on that one-woman commission. And they are making the principal chief secretary to come and address the media, wherein this one-woman commission is on the roads inquiring about people, wherein police who stand behind her are threatening people not to speak. And there is another 2 cases filed by TVK, one to request the court and the NHRC to take it up, other one for a CBI inquiry. Having ruled the state for 31 years, we understand how the government machinery works, where it had gone wrong. So we act as a responsible opposition. We are not political scavengers to play on it, and our only intent to ensure that the 41 victims and their families get justice. A compensation of 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs by TVK will not suffice. There has to be something more to it. And to get into the gravity of the issue, for 2 days, DMK were in a denial mode on when the videos that came out on conspiracy. And today, they are taking a backseat with the additional chief secretary making a rebuttal for all those videos which emerged out as a conspiracy. I can narrate one by one. The DGP walked out of the press conference when questioned about the police force present. He said 500 people are present. When he was questioned why there were no 500, we couldn't see even 100. He walked out without answering, and today additional chief secretary say TVK gave a number of 10,000, but we anticipated 20,000. So it is 1:20. So for every 20 people, there is one policeman, which means there has to be 1,000 plus police force should be on the ground. There were not even 100. These are all the data which leads to the larger suspicion of conspiracy. It is not the opposition or any other party which is fueling this conspiracy theory. It is DMK and their own action which is leading to this theory. And people who have attended the event, who made a miraculous escape from the event, are narrating stories which is coming out in social media. And the CM comes to the media and says that we are monitoring the social media.
What are these stories? What are these stories?
It is an indirect threat. The CM of a state is sending it across to its own public. It is a CM who is making these threatening statements that we are monitoring social media action. And today, when YouTuber is arrested, he was not produced before the magistrate for 6 hours. In the evening, he met with a heart attack. He is in the hospital. This is the plight of this government and governance this government is running. And why should we not question this? Just because we are questioning doesn't mean that we are appeasing Vijay and we have political motive or calculation. TVK and the ruler DMK are equally responsible. But you have to understand who carries a larger responsibility The larger responsibility lies with the ruler because he has got the machinery in hand. And till now, while we are speaking, not even one confirmed report on the number of people who got admitted in the private hospitals. Today evening, Chief Secretary in her statement said 6 ambulances were from TVK, 7 from the government, 33 private ambulances were being called to help. Did all the 33 went to the GH? Or different people are admitted in different private hospitals? Because on that day, there were no pediatric doctors to attend the children. They were all called from the nearby district. The state missionary was struggling to handle the crisis for the initial few hours. So what is the status of those who got admitted in the private hospitals? How many survived? How many are in ICU?
I mean, are you saying...
credible data.
Yeah, go ahead,
There is no
please.
credible data that infuse confidence among the common man and to all the political parties that this government is working in the right direction.
Okay.
And we are not playing politics here.
Okay, I want to take this to Jagdishwaran now. Mr. Jagdishwaran, there is an element of mismanagement, misgovernance also. Victims were taken to a government hospital which is about 6.5 kilometers from the spot. There were private hospitals in the vicinity. They were not taken there. Maybe some more lives could have been saved. While you are, going hammer and tongs and we hold the TVK accountable, the fact of the matter is that even the local administration there perhaps could have been a little tougher, little quicker, little more nimble-footed in tackling the crisis.
Yeah, so first of all, as you put out, I'm a former TVK spokesperson. I'm no longer with TVK. So I have to start with somewhere where I was part of TVK. See, this is not first time that is happening in a TVK meeting. You might have known about TVK conference, first conference was held in Vikramandi. 445 people fainted. 445 people fainted in TVK first conference. Fortunately, no casualties. Nobody was dead. So, nobody spoke about it. Again, in Madurai conference, hundreds of people fainted. And when Mr. Vijay started his tour, starting from Trichy, then he went to Ariyalur, then he went to other places, Thiruvallur, Nagapattinam, every place you could see media reports that people are continuously fainting. And Vijay never cared about it. In all those meetings, Vijay never cared about it. See, in the very first conference, 6 people who are on the way to Vikramandi, they were dead in an accident. And Vijay didn't even give a condemn message. He never spoke about it. See, the one important thing that this party doesn't have is humanity. They never care about human lives. This is what is happening again. See, the whole problem started where Vijay, who was supposed to be in Namakkal at 8:45 a.m. in the morning, he was in Chennai airport at 8:50 a.m. He made people to wait. He wanted people to wait. In Trichy there was larger crowd because people are walking continuously. Even though police said, please don't do this, he was continuously doing it. Whereas in Thiruvallur and Nagapattinam, there were lesser people when his bus was coming. So this guy is planning, okay, I want to see more crowd. So let the crowd swell. If you have gone at 12 o'clock or even at 4 o'clock, the crowd would have been lesser. He wanted more crowd. He was waiting at 6 o'clock so that more people, more labor people from Karur and Namakkal will join this, will join this crowd. He wanted the crowd to swell. He never cared about it. And as police put out, I spoke to the team. The Bussi Anand, Mr. General Secretary, was informed by police even at 5 o'clock, sir, either come first or cancel this meeting. And Bussi Anand, he informed Mr. John Orgesamy, the political strategist, who was chiefly responsible. I would say Mr. John Orgesamy is the A1. He is the first accused. And Mr. Adav Arjuna, and these guys, they said, okay, just 4 lives, it's okay. It's 5 lives, it's okay. We need to have this meeting. This is how they work. And Mr. Arunraj was saying, Vijay knows about it only in transit. See, in Trichy airport, all the reporters were saying, sir, 30 people were dead. Mr. Vijay, please speak out. They're shouting. Vijay never cared. His body language is very poor. His attitude was very poor. He was running away like a coward.
You're saying that when he was on the bus, you're saying when he was on the bus, already 30 people had died. Is that what you're saying? 30 people had died. Where are you getting that number from?
No. In Trichy airport, in Trichy airport, when he reached Trichy airport, the news was already out. Trichy airport. Yeah, Trichy airport, 30 people are dead by that time. And when he reached that Trichy airport to get his private jet or private aircraft,
but you see,
questions are posed from reporters.
Jagdishwar, what is interesting is I'll bring in Harish Ahmed, Mohammad Ibrahim also. Harish was here on that day. In fact, when it happened, we spoke. He was live on the day of the stampede. you have to question the DMK, and it's suspicious. Many things are suspicious, right? For example, Sendil Balaji came within minutes, CM came within minutes. Like all of that happened. Okay, you can question it. You can ask whether there was an attempt to, spark an incident to trigger a stampede. You can talk about it. You can investigate it. But the thing is, there is also a video in which there's an ambulance that's passing and he continues his speech. There is also a video in which he sees a woman almost fainting in front of him and he throws water bottles, right? And there is also a testimony of people waiting 7 hours. Who makes somebody wait for 7 hours on the road without food or water? But the point is, none of these questions are being asked by the BJP or AIDMK. Like, they're not asking it with the same intensity that perhaps they should be. I don't know. That's why, Harish, I found it interesting that AIDMK and BJP are actually going soft on Vijay. Harish, I'll come back to Jagdishwar.
Of course, because ADMK, TVK has been a direct A team or B team of BJP. So they will all go hand to hand when it comes to tragedies of this magnitude is concerned. And as I said to you on that day when the debate started regarding this stampede, I want to emphasize only one thing. It is a man-made disaster by one and only Mr. Vijay. If he would have come there by 8:45 for his first Namakkal meeting, and by 12 o'clock meeting on Karur, the entire scenario would be different. But he didn't do that because his greed to gather each and every district crowd. As an actor, he always wants to emphasize there is a huge crowd for him. Whether it is no matter what, whether it is children or women or physically challenged, he doesn't bother about it, nor his organizers, nor his supporters. They always wanted their crowds to be swelling till the last minute. How come an actor who was supposed to be there in his first spot by 8:45 a.m., starting from Chennai by 9 o'clock in the morning? What kind of audacity that leader should have to take granted all these kind of people who has been there literally from midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, without any food or sanitation or anything. Whether the police department, whether the government should take care of this? Nowhere. Only the parties organizing these kind of rallies should take all these kind of steps. Only the government's way is to protect the people from these kind of rallies. But having said that, here even out of 20:1, the police have been deployed. Almost for 25,000 crowd, the police have been deployed right by the administrations of Karur. So when your leader, when your supporters and the entire administration is under fault, and you are calling upon the government without any audacity, at least leave all those politics aside. Whether do you have an audacity to come there and be witness in the spot? Okay, Vijay coming back and addressing the crowd in the hospital will create a ruckus. Okay, I plainly understand. Where has your second line leader? Where is your third line leader? You don't even have the courage to face the people. How come you call yourself a leader who is going to take care of the entire state of 8 crore people when you can't even protect your own people who come to saw you? You are calling and coming the people from the crowd from Namakkal till Karur for almost 4 to 5 hours. It was a deliberate attempt by Mr. Vijay. And you don't call anyone responsible other than Mr. Vijay on this stampede.
The fact of the matter is...
He killed literally 41 people for greed to show a swelling of crowds.
The fact of the matter is that even the DMK government is not, covering itself in glory in the manner in which the whole thing has been handled. It's easy to really put the blame and the onus on the opponent, political opponent and the organizers. And if the organizers happen to be political opponents, why not? But fact of the matter is, and we are closely tracking those ground reports that come in, there has been an element of, apart from the fact that the Chief Minister was quick to rush to Karur, and post the stampede, the administration really came in top gear. But as a build-up, now you are saying that the place was not right. The police is saying that we had asked them not to organize it at that venue. Police twice allowed such big events to happen. of the TVK and before that of the AIA DMK, then you are not being tough. And then when things go wrong, the entire onus is of the organizers and no blame for the administration, of which you are the ruling dispensation.
All right. I think we have a caller. Okay, taking some callers. Sadhana is calling us in from Chennai. Sadhana, good evening. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your take on this?
Hello?
Yeah, Sadhana, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, hello. I'm Sadhana from Chennai.
Yes, Sadhana, hi.
See, hi, sir. See, actually, everyone is saying Vijay, he was really panicked that this has happened. So he has come after 72 hours. But I'll tell you one thing. See, it all blame has to be put on Vijay, actually TVK. Because if he wants to be a leader, he should be punctual enough. If he's not so punctual enough, tomorrow how is he going to rule the nation? Tell me. So, and the person has not apologized for all these incidents, stampedes, the previous stampedes, incidents, all these things. So, even for this incident, he's taking 72 to 80 hours to apologize. That too, he isn't apologized for these 41 lives actually, but he is blaming a DMK leader and etc. and all. But he's not stable in his talks actually. So everyone is, all the blame has to go on TVK only because he should have analyzed the crowd actually.
Yeah.
Without analyzing, he cannot go open on a Saturday. He said every Saturday if he is going means what is the purpose of going on every Saturday?
Point taken. You want to answer that, Madhuvanti? You want to answer that? Not once has he taken responsibility. He hasn't taken responsibility.
Absolutely. This is exactly what I'm saying. He has not taken responsibility. So he is definitely to blame. Nobody is taking away the blame from Vijay. He is equally responsible, is what we are saying. Nobody is taking away the blame from Vijay. Nobody is going soft on Vijay. I mean, 41 lives are lost today because of a TVK rally. Let's face it. He has not said sorry, and it takes 3 days for them to come out with these prepared statements. It took him 3 hours to put out a tweet. It takes them 3 days for him to come out with a video, and even in the video, there is not one bit of remorse. All he wants to do is challenge the chief minister. This is what I'm saying. This is the ego between DMK and TVK that has led to the loss of 41 lives. Both of them are equally responsible. You just can't take the blame and throw it on one person and then take the blame and throw it on. It's not a throw ball match.
1 second. We have
Both of them are responsible.
Gurudat from Bengaluru, and go to Rajshekaran after that. Rajshekaran, you can take the question. Next question. Gurudat, yes, good evening.
Yeah, Gurudat here. Good evening.
Yeah.
The first point I would like to make is all the political parties have to keep aside their egos aside and first see what should be done for the 41 people who have died. That's the point number one. Point number two, they should sit across the table and decide such stupid things, irresponsible things can never happen ever again. You know, one of the senior person is talking about Karnataka. It's a joke. End of the day, there is a present government which is there and they are equally responsible. We cannot shirk away from our responsibility when something like this has happened. In all these things, innocent lives have been lost. And we will keep on debating unless we take severe action against all the political parties and come out with a strong message. I don't think such issues can be easily forgotten and our lives are...
Sir, but you know, I'll tell you something, Gurudatji. What happened in the case of Bengaluru, right? You're talking about the RCB Stampede, I'm guessing. Nothing happened, right? The cops quit. The cops were made scapegoats. They left. And then they were taken back. The suspension was revoked, right? Did anybody get punished? A few RCB officials were arrested. I'm assuming they've been released as well, right? And Rajshekaran, similarly in this case as well, they'll pick up a few people, they'll release them. Nobody will be punished. I had a fantastic statistic yesterday. I'll pull that out again. You look back at all the stampede cases in India and you will find that almost nobody has faced punishment for it. And in the case of Vijay, you know what Jagadishwaran just said, that there was a case where 500 of them had fainted before. These incidents are common, but nobody does anything about these incidents.
Yes, I would like to remind your viewers about superstar Rajinikanth's statement. when everybody was wooing him. And definitely we should give it to that real gentleman. He said, the word still I remember. He said, I don't want my fans, followers to suffer. If I come to politics, they will suffer. I don't want this to happen. That is the reason I am not entering politics. Vijay should learn from Mr. Rajinikanth. He has set a precedent for being what should be done as a superstar of all times. He had the courage to address to the people of the nation and the state that this is the problem you will face if I come. I am a star, but you will suffer because of me. So this I don't want to enter politics. And this Vijay is just the opposite of Mr. Rajinikanth. He has the audacity to make everybody wait. And he has the audacity not to answer to anybody, just walks in the airport. I'm just recapping. If Rajinikanth would have been in the place of Vijay, he would have waited, he would have addressed the press and he would have apologized. He would have said, I'm sorry, I will definitely, that's what he did to the Tuticorin victims also. So that basic human heart is missing with this guy. That is a problem. See, we have the habit of blaming politicians. We have the habit of accusing governments. Yes, but they have the heart because they know how to approach the human lives, fellow humans. And these kind of actors who are living in a different level of mindset and they think they are gods and royals and kings and they don't come down. They are always floating. Yeah. They just travel in the caravan. They think nobody should come near them. Okay. And this is the attitude.
They don't even take questions from the media. They have their favorite media friends.
The humility is missing. Okay. See, the only person I would give for his humility is Rajinikanth alone. Okay. Being humble. Whatever he may be a superstar. Just because I have no connection with him. Let me be honest. I'm just drawing an analogy to Vijay and Rajinikanth, that's all.
Yeah, Mr. Rajsekharan, fact of the matter is, I would want to believe personally that Tamil Nadu and other southern states are, and rightly get the credit to be better governed states of the country. And with the kind of state of affairs we have seen in the last couple of months, Niranjan, from Hyderabad to Bengaluru to Chennai, it does not look good on the part of the governments there. And in this particular instance, the government of the DMK in Chennai to be coming out as soft and not nimble-footed enough to have first averted the crisis, and when the crisis happened, to have limited the damage. Yeah. And I think, Niranjan, that's the whole issue. Whether the investigation is now being carried out by a single member inquiry commission of a retired High Court judge or the CBI or a Supreme Court monitored probe, the fact of the matter is 41 people have lost their lives and somebody has to be held accountable.
Absolutely. Tracking the story closely here on Republic TV. Thanks for staying with us on The Debate.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला
ये बड़ी गाड़ी वाले ऐसे ही रैश चलाते हैं ए चुप तुमने तो गाड़ी वालों को ही विलन बना दिया
ये देखो
Cubo dash cams. Get smart, get Cubo.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Last night, someone broke into Ishan's room. Well, almost. But Cubo AI stopped him with a loud alarm and alerted the mom.
Cubo smart security cameras. Not just record, it protects.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
In the heart of the jungle roams the finest creature, and through the chaos of the sparkling city lights, I am reminded of the timeless valor of the majestic tiger. In life's wild journey, we have one shot to thrill. And when done flawlessly, we unwind and allow our spirits to rejuvenate. Royal Ranthambore, India's finest, yet.
मेरी गाड़ी ठोकेगा? पर गलती तो आपकी है। मेरी गलती? तू जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है? ये देखो, पापा और गलती दोनों याद आ जाएंगे। अब देखा किसने सिग्नल तोड़ा?
Cubo dash cams. Get smart, get Cubo.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा और मसाला।
ये बड़ी गाड़ी वाले ऐसे ही रैश चलाते हैं।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for the debate.
Hi there, the nation is having fun with Pujo and of course Garba. But for the rest of those who are watching, very good evening and welcome as me and Niranjan fill in yet again for Arnab Goswami. He's back very soon. And tonight, for the next 2 hours, we have a lineup of 3 nice debates and conversations. One on Pakistan. Remember, there was a blast in Quetta right outside the Frontier Corps headquarters. General Asim Munir is having it from his people. And that's our first conversation. Then, of course, Bareilly, what happened in Bareilly with the Yogi government going with bulldozers, and the developments in Karur. Niranjan fills in the details.
3 debates coming up. The biggest stories on the show tonight on the debate, as we fill in for Arnab Goswami, who will be back. First up, Pakistan versus Pakistan all over again. In POK, there is a march. And in Quetta, Balochistan, the rebels have struck Pakistani army, losing grip. Bulldozer rolling in Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh, as the poster wars got out of hand. He's going after the instigators. Unprecedented developments in Uttar Pradesh and at 9 p.m. It's crazy what's happening in Tamil Nadu following the stampede, ladies and gentlemen. There's complete filmy drama that's unfolding on the streets of Tamil Nadu, even as nobody is willing to take responsibility for the loss of 41 lives in Karur, Tamil Nadu over the weekend. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our first focus story tonight at 8 p.m. will be on the situation in Pakistan. 3 months after Operation Sindoor, ladies and gentlemen, POK is on the edge. There are thousands of people marching, Abhishek, and the visuals were unprecedented.
Yeah.
They've had many reasons to be out there on the streets protesting against the Pakistani state, the Pakistani army. But it's the timing of it, which is exactly why we are debating this tonight. On one hand, you have thousands marching. They're calling it the Muzaffarabad March.
Yeah.
Thousands of them are protesting. And then in Quetta, Balochistan, of course, they have huge problems. They never like to admit it. They like to blame India for it. But there's been a blast. And the visual of the suicide bombing tells you why Pakistan will always be a terror state, Abhishek.
In fact, there is a reason why this blast might have happened, Niranjan. Remember, this comes within 24 hours of General Asim Munir hawking the rare earths, the minerals of Balochistan to President Donald Trump. There are implications of that for Pakistan, for the people of Balochistan, and that's the conversation we are going to have.
Just yesterday, Pakistan witnessed massive protests in Muzaffarabad. And today, a deadly blast has jolted Pakistan's Balochistan province. CCTV footage has captured the sheer horror. A powerful blast tearing through a spot close to the Frontier Corps headquarters of the Pakistani army. And the horror did not end there. Listen to this. Gunfire followed the explosion, turning Balochistan capital Quetta into a war zone. A week ago, Pakistani Air Force's JF-17S dropped at least 8 LS-6 bombs on Matre Dara village in Pakistan-occupied Balochistan. Pakistan forces slaughtered their own women and infants while they were asleep. Then 2 days later, the Quetta-bound Zafar Express carrying over 270 passengers was hit by a blast in Balochistan. This isn't new. The Zafar Express has been under attack repeatedly. 6 coaches were derailed in an earlier IED blast and gunmen fired at the train. March saw the deadliest strike. 21 passengers and 4 security personnel killed when the Zafar Express was hijacked in Bolan. Pakistan security forces later killed 33 militants in retaliation. Repeated attacks inside Pakistan's different provinces has revealed Pakistan's internal turmoil in Pakistan. Bombings, derailments and attacks have become a grim reality for the ordinary citizens of Pakistan.
Okay, joining us on the first debate this evening, Major General G.D. Bakshi, defense expert, Ambassador Deepak Vora, former diplomat. Good evening, sir. Bashir Naveed, who's a Baloch leader, joining us live from Singapore. I also have Fakhar Yousafzai, Pakistani journalist, and Abdul Samad Yaqub, PTI leader. Now, Abdul Samad Yaqub, it's interesting. I don't know how to introduce you. Whether I call you, I put you as the Imran Khan view, POK view, Baloch view, because whatever you say, you will be kidnapped again. He was kidnapped, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're wondering who Abdul Samad Yaqub is, Abdul Samad Yaqub is he's a gentleman. You speak to him. He's one of those rare Pakistani panelists who comes on Indian television, very moderate, makes sense. And then he makes sense, so much sense, that he's kidnapped by the ISI in Pakistan. And when we report it, he's released. How are you doing, Abdul Samad Yaqub, and what's going on in POK? It's sad.
I'm good. I'm good, but I cannot confirm who was behind that. But
don't be
yes,
so scared. It's okay. You will not be kidnapped again.
He has to live there, Niranjan. He better be scared.
I'm told to remain careful and be aware of.
You were asked to be careful, right? You were asked to be careful.
Well, I am careful. I'm very careful. I'm trying to be composed and I'm trying to remain with the parameters of. So I don't want to. I'm not in mood to cross any red lines today.
Okay, you're the wrong person.
Commendable.
Wrong person to start with today.
Commendable. But please give us the right picture of what's really happening on the ground.
Well, the situation currently is a complex. I mean, if you look overall the situation of the Pakistan, I mean, when it after toppling the government of Imran Khan, the situation is getting further worse each day. So the situation is out of control. Be it Kashmir or be it Balochistan, the situation of Balochistan is already complex. I mean, and then there are economic instability, then internal instability. When you it's kind of undeclared martial law. I mean, I would call it undeclared. I mean, where your fundamental rights are suppressed, you cannot practice your fundamental rights. There is no freedom of speech. So, what do you expect? What would be the result? What would be the repercussions of this? This is clearly evident that whenever and wherever in the world it happens, normally it happens in the African countries. Yeah. But since they and it's not the first time they are trying to experience it. I mean, all they know is that they follow the same tactics. They follow the same to suppress the nation, suppress the rights. Whether you are there was a difference between Punjabi and Baloch. I mean, when in recent past, we used to think that only these things would be applied on the Baloch or the certain groups of the KPK. But now they have indiscriminately, I mean, being a Punjabi or being a Saraiki, it is everywhere. I mean, your rights are not anymore, you can practice or you can. So, I mean, it's I cannot say much about this.
So today it's like
anymore.
this. Today is like this, Abhishek. If Abdul Samad Yaqub, he has a right to speak. He doesn't have the freedom of speech, though. He can speak in Pakistan, but he has no freedom of speech. The difference is he's a political leader. If he says something out of line, he will be kidnapped, right? In POK or Balochistan or Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, you say something, you're shot at, right? It's a sad situation. Okay, let me get.
There is freedom of speech, but you don't know what happens after you exercise it.
You can exercise it, but whether you come out, he came out alive. He was abducted, came out alive. Maybe you want to take this to Ambassador Vora and General Bakshi to start.
Ambassador Vora, I actually want to begin with you. You know, General Asim Munir was seen just 24 hours back in pictures showing a suitcase of rare earths to President Trump. You know, President Trump was perhaps, with his face you could read, he was asking, what's behind this? What's there for me in it?
How many dollars?
But how many dollars? Yeah. But Ambassador Vora, let me just give a colloquialism. एक होता है इश्क, एक होता है मोहब्बत. पाकिस्तान की मोहब्बत तो चाइना है, अभी इश्क हो रहा है प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप से. ये कब तक चलेगा? Till when is this going to go?
जब आप दो पति रखते हैं तो बहुत समस्या होती है. You don't know which one to attend to first. First of all, may I just say what a pleasure it is, sir, as always, to be on your channel. And before I go any further, I wanted to tell you I've just returned from somewhere, and people there were saying that they've all joined the Nationalist Collective. So I want to congratulate you and your editor-in-chief, Shri Arnab. Very far away from where I am at the moment, and not even in the country. There are people outside wanting to join this. So thank you very much for launching this. Now, sir, very quickly about Balochistan, about what is happening inside the country. General Bakshi might recall, I wasn't around at that time, and I don't know if he would. No, he wasn't either. This was in 1943. There was a racket called the Cripps Mission. These jokers came from London to India to beg us to increase the war effort, send more soldiers to be slaughtered in the defense of the British Empire. And then they made some wishy-washy promises about dominion status, and after the war we'll do this, that, and the other. That point of time, sir, the Khan of Kalat, the heart of Balochistan, said, listen guys, if you're planning to go away from India, remember that I was never part of British India, I was independent. His case was argued before the Cripps Mission by a fellow called Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who then sent in his army to beat up the Khan and then annex Balochistan. So therefore, it is truly Pakistan occupied Balochistan. I'm not being facetious. And then the Baloch began their movement right there. So what we see happening now inside Pakistan. So Pakistan is an artificial construct. You know this better than I do. And you've got together disparate people who have nothing in common. There was a character, one of their first leaders, who said Urdu is going to be the national language, offended the Bengalis, and we know all that happened after that. It's an artificial creation. It's being kept alive on sustained life support, enhanced life support. I don't see it breaking up into pieces as some people say, but I do see that the writ of the federal government will not run beyond Islamabad or beyond Punjab. The Baloch don't like them, the Pashtuns don't, I'm half Pashtun by the way, they don't like them, the Sindhis don't like them, I wonder who likes them, maybe not even the Punjabis like themselves. So what you're seeing now is an expression of angst, of anger, what you're seeing in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Balochistan, bombing your own people, killing your own people. And I'm quite sure, sir, there's a particular gentleman from Pakistan, if you had invited him on your show, thank you for not bringing him, the chap without any hair. And he would have started, Kashmir mein kya ho raha hai, Northeast mein kya ho raha hai, yahan kya ho raha hai, wahan. We are talking about Balochistan tiger and he starts talking about what's happening in the Northeast, etc. So my own feeling, my conviction, that this is going to be a very bad time for Pakistan, and this bromance with President Donald Trump is not going to last. There are no rare earth minerals there. The Baloch are not going to let them touch it. The Baloch are not going to, the Pakistanis are not going to, whatever Munir says, they're not going to be able to kick out the Canadians and the Chinese who are already working there and suffering the consequences.
Yeah,
sir, this is a non-starter.
Yeah, you don't have him, the Pakistani panelist you refer to, but you have Fakhar Yusufzai. Fakhar, can I come to you first up? What's going on? Before Pakistan
I only referred to Asim Munir. You were thinking he's coming for a panel?
No, you were referring to Asim Munir. Deepak Vohra was referring to someone else.
Okay.
And so Fakhar is joining us live.
I didn't want Asim Munir on your panel, although I dare say he'd be delighted to come.
No. He's scared of anything Indian. He won't dare come anywhere close to POK anymore. Point is, Fakhar. You look at the situation in Balochistan, and it's before Pakistan tomorrow holds a news conference and says we have proof that India did it. Somebody related to RAW did it. Now that's your playbook, right? I mean that's your toolkit. Every time there's an attack, they blast there, you link it to India. Point is, you can't do that anymore. You're a journalist. You know how people are angry. They're angry, they're all fighting back. It's the truth.
Thank you very much and good evening to everyone. Actually, the Balochistan situation and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa situation, I will talk about that. But first of all, you have on here a short report before in the beginning of your show, and your reporter mentioned that the Pakistani Air Force strike in the Balochistan, somewhere in Balochistan. But that was in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Tira area. You should be correct that. First of all, I will talk about the Balochistan. The Balochistan situation is, of course, not good. Not nowadays. It's going on after the Nawabzada Akbar Khan Bugti assassination in 2005 by that time dictator General Musharraf. And after that, I think so, the Balochistan situation is every day is destabilizing on the daily basis. The BLA and the other organizations are attacking the security forces, and they are challenging the state of Pakistan, I think so, especially in the southern part of Balochistan. But today attack, they made that attack in the Hali Road, which is the center of capital city of Balochistan in Quetta, and that was the headquarters of the Frontier Constabulary. I think so, Pakistani establishment and the Pakistani government, you are absolutely right that they are blaming Hindustan or India for everything. But I think so. I think so. They are using these tactics tit for tat. Is in Pahalgam attack, after the Pahalgam attack, Indian government said that the Pakistani terrorists attack the people in Pahalgam and they killed 28 people.
Correct.
And